Hey guys, what is up and welcome to episode 5 of Road to Rare. Today we have quite a few things to go over. We've got a massive Vicario in-season giveaway. We've got my current teams for this game week. We've got my Excel to show you guys the return on investment. We've also got some rewards from the midweek, nothing too special. And then we've also got the current team, where we're at in terms of buying our rares to build that first rare team. So to start with, guys, as you can see, we have completely overhauled the gallery. We have got rid of every single classic card, bar I think about 5-6, which I'm still getting rid of, and all of that cash I've been taking off the platform. I will probably reinvest it later down the line, but that's where I need your guys' opinion. I have about 2 to 2.5 grand where I don't know exactly what to do with it. As you can currently see, I have pretty much all the best limited cards. I don't want to move away from Champion because that's the league that I know, or the leagues that I know. And at the moment, my current stance is, do I just build one stack, such as an in-season rare Real Madrid team, or any other ideas that you guys please leave in the comments down below, and I'd be really interested to know what you guys would do with that money. So we're going to get right into the rewards. We only have 2 cash rewards, and I thought I had 2 boxes, but it's looking like only 1 box. We currently have £15.21 from the, I think that's Division 1, and then Division 1 in Champion. We also have another £19, which I can't complain about. We never expect much from the midweeks. They're just little filler weeks, so whatever I get from that, I do not mind at all. And then we also have one reward box, which we will quickly open now, if I can get over to it. All we want from this is a 5-star reward box, so we just want as much essence as possible, or a market credit, because that would help us getting a rare. 20 limited essence, that moves us up to 37. So hopefully by Tuesday's video, with all the lineup submitted, we can get some more essence. So as you can see from the top right of the screen, we currently have £466.46. This comes from selling the Enzo Fernandez that we got in the box the other week for about £21. And then the rest of it is all our cash rewards, as the other rewards we got on Tuesday are still in the club and yet to be sold. And then I'm also going to keep this Conrad Lima just for the collection bonus, because he helps the Bayern Munich stack out, and it moves it up to a 3% collection bonus. As you can see from the top left, we only have 14 teams that we've submitted this week. This is a lot less than last week when we had the 25, and I believe the week before that when we had 25, because we had all the classic cards. But the whole series is to see the return on investment that I can get from these limited in-season cards and move into the rare stacks. So having those classic cards, I didn't feel like they were giving me any value for money, and I felt like it was better to move on and just increase the XP on my cards with the collection bonus. So as you can see, moving into the Premier League teams, I've completely gone away from stacks. So in the previous weeks, I've always pretty much done a City stack, Arsenal stacks, Real Madrid, Barcelona, all of that boring stuff. But this week, I decided to try something different, use a bit of my football intelligence and a bit of my football knowledge, and we've tried to switch it up a bit. There's still a couple of stacky elements, but from the most part, we've tried to just do it individually. So starting with my favourite team for this week, we have Alisson and Trent as the Liverpool defence. I don't know why. I just feel they're gonna keep a clean sheet against United. United have looked awful, but then I've also just looked below and I've realised that Liverpool are playing Manchester United at away, which United probably always score away. I probably should look further into that. Moving forward, should I say, we then have the Man City boys in Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland, both putting up massive scores last week and hopefully can do the same against West Ham. And then we have Cole Palmer against Crystal Palace, scoring 100 last week with the 3 assists and the goal, and he's just on fire, continuing from last season. Moving into the less hopeful Premier League teams, we have an Arsenal stack with Mohamed Salah. Usually I'd have Odegaard, but I felt like switching it up a bit. You know, most people are probably going to have an Arsenal stack, so having Salah as a differential there was something that I felt like I wanted to do. So we have David Raya, Saliba, Declan Rice, Saka and Salah. I went with Declan Rice over Odegaard just because I feel like in a game against Brighton are going to be attacking quite a lot. And I just feel like Declan Rice is going to get a lot of AA making tackles and winning the ball back. Moving into the Division 5 team, we still can't get out of Division 5 in Premier League. We have a Chelsea team mixed with Liverpool attack. So this probably makes no sense because Chelsea's attack at the moment is the only thing that we have going for them as a team. So I've gone with Robert Sanchez, Marco Cucurella, and then Moise Caicedo. And then we've gone for Luis Diaz and Jota, who I would assume would start again up front with Salah. Moving into my next teams, for the La Liga, we've switched it up. So usually in this Division 1 spot, we always go with the full Real Madrid stack. It's not far off it, but instead we've finally got rid of Mbappe and we've brought in Lamine Yamal and put him as captain. Last 2 weeks, or 3 weeks even, I'm pretty sure he's had a decisive every week and he's smashing those scores. And at home, I just feel against a team that's not the best, I feel like he can definitely get at least a decisive and some good AA. Then around him, we have Courtois, Militao, Valverde, and Vinny Jr. Valverde versus Tchouaméni, I feel like it's a no-brainer. He wins that midfield battle, especially with Bellingham injured at the moment. And then Militao against Rudiger is always a 50-50, but I just prefer my Militao at the moment, and he's got better XP. We then have the Barcelona with Tchouaméni in. Almost should start this week. He was really good when he came on for Barcelona, and hopefully he can get another decisive. We then have Ter Stegen, Koundé, and then Rafinha as the attacking threat there. And then Tchouaméni as the little other piece added to that squad. I had Pedri, but for some reason I was worried he was injured from the last game that I watched. Moving into the Division 4 team, we have the Atletico Madrid team, and this is with Pedri that I just mentioned. So we have Oblak, Lenormand, Lino, and Griezmann. I have a full Atletico Madrid team with Conor Gallagher, and I also have De Paul. But at the moment, I'm not sure who's going to start in that midfield for Atletico Madrid, and this felt like the safest bet. Moving into the Bundesliga teams, we have Bayern Munich, Dortmund mix-up for Division 1 and Division 2. I've gone for Manuel Neuer and Schlotterbeck in defence, and then Musiala, Kane, and Pascal Gross. This felt like the best alternatives. As you can see from the right team, these were the other players I would have put in the stack. So Upamecano and Kimmich would have replaced Schlotterbeck and Gross. And then, likewise, Schlotterbeck and Gross would have replaced Upamecano and Kimmich, and they would have made up the teams. But I feel like the way I've split it, these are going to be the best scorers from the game. These are going to be the second best. I guess only time will tell, and we'll find out on Tuesday if I've actually done that right. Team 4, this is a stupid team, but I don't have any other end season cards, so don't say anything about it. I can't do much about it. Obviously, Leipzig are playing against Leverkusen, and we've got a Leipzig attack with a Leverkusen defence, and obviously Florian Wirtz as an attacking midfielder. Not expecting much from that. If I can stay in the division or even move up, I'd be pretty happy with that. Then we have the champion teams. Champion last week was the best result for me with the full Spurs stack. This week we've gone with a half Spurs stack, but we've gone with the Man City defence. So I didn't feel like Man City are going to keep a clean sheet against West Ham. So that's why I didn't put the full Man City stack in. However, I've gone with Ederson, Ruben Diaz, and then Maddison, Son, and Romero. Romero's always a great scorer, and I hope that this stack can do well. We then have a massive mix-up of the rest of my players. I've also brought another Courtois. I know he's not going to get collections bonus, but I just feel like he's the best goalkeeper on the platform. And I wanted a second one so I can play 2 Real Madrid lineups on quite a few weeks. Then we have Gvardiol, Odegaard, Bruno Guimaraes, and Kylian Mbappe. The player that has struggled to score an assist, has been absolutely shocking for Real Madrid so far. And I guarantee, because I've took him out of that squad, this will be the first time that he scores. Then moving into our Division 3 team, we have Nick Pope, Van Dijk, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Rodrigo. Very random team, not expecting much from that. To close out our lineups, we have, these are the additional players that I didn't fit into any of my in-season, so we've chucked them in Classic Champion. We have Vicario, Van de Ven, who I don't believe is going to start. Rodrigo, I don't believe is going to start either. And then Bruno Fernandes, who I can't see doing well. He hasn't done well so far this season. And then Savio, who is 50-50 whether to start. I don't know if Gundogan or Bernardo Silva will play in his place. And then we also have the Division 2 Classic team with Onana. Can't see a clean sheet happening. Rudiger, it was between him and Militao. Then we have Güler, who I believe is going to start this weekend. And then Enzo Fernandez and Noni Madueke, who hopefully can get another smashing game week, getting 3 goals as captain. So guys, over the last couple of weeks, I've had a lot of people over on Twitter asking me how much my in-season gallery costs and asking me if I could do a return on investment. So I've chucked together an Excel because I think this is pretty cool. I quite enjoyed making it. I'm an accountant, so I love Excel. And what we've got on the left, we've got the game week split out all the way down to 38. I know most of the teams that I have the players from play 38 game weeks, and obviously there's mid-game weeks with the Champions League, Europa League, and so on. But I'll incorporate this into the game week that the previous one started on. For example, the rewards from the midweek that I just got, I will incorporate onto game week 3. Then you can also see the current return on investment. So We currently have a £432.24. This is going to be plus the £30 that we made today from the previous week. So we're looking at about a 7.5% return on investment after 2 weeks, which is pretty impressive considering we haven't even had any top results. You can see we spent £6,107 in the gallery. This has come from a lot of the sell-off of the Classic, and then the rest I've withdrew. And then you can see the return on investment per squad. So City aren't doing great. Arsenal 8%, which is pretty good so far considering we've only had 2 game weeks and there's another 36 to go. So if I can keep getting the rewards like I am and having the XP from having them early, I can definitely feel like this is going to pay off. Then moving down, the rest of them aren't great, but the best one obviously is the Spurs stack. We've already made 53% of our money back just from that result last week. And you look at some of the lineups like Chelsea, Leverkusen, even Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid. If we can get a podium, that's pretty much paying off that team straight away. So for me, the investment seems really worth it. And we're going to find out later down the line if I'll be able to get 100% return on investment. Obviously, I'm going to be putting it all into rare, but still, it's going to be exciting to see what I can do going forward. So guys, as you can see on the screen right now, this is the tweet that I posted last week with Vicario by a landslide winning as the next pickup for the squad. As you can see on the screen, I still haven't brought one. I'm thinking about waiting until the Euros has, the European midweek has finished, because I believe like the car prices are going to go down a bit because, you know, people can't play them. So usually there's a bit of a sell-off while people are changing their galleries and people are unsure what to do. So Vicario will be the next pickup. And as I said in that tweet, I'll be giving away an in-season limited Vicario. So all you have to do to be entered into the Vicario giveaway is subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you dropped the video a like, and then also retweet the tweet over on Twitter and make sure you are followed. I'll put a tweet out, so make sure to look for that later this afternoon. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, the support has been absolutely insane. The amount of views I've been getting on these videos for someone who's only started 2 weeks ago is just absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday for hopefully the best rewards yet.